Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this is the Thunder Show, aka the 19th most popular show about wine on the internet. Friday, laid back Friday, on the couch. It's back and in good form, redone from the fire, and we're back, and everybody's been waiting for it. And I'm really darn pumped about it. I promise you one thing today. This show is going to bring the thunder. We're going to talk about Chile today. Chile is a very interesting little thing for me, and I'm going to explain why. It is a country that has a great reputation for bringing tremendous value that I actually believe is unjustified. I do not believe, as a whole, you never specifically talk about every wine, but if I'm going to generalize for a minute, which is something I don't like to do, and you shouldn't do as well, but I'm going to do it for a second. Chile is a place where I find that the wines don't bring enormous value. I think a lot of the inexpensive wines are not that great, and I think parts of Spain, even Australia, definitely the southwest of France, and many other places have come through and brought better values. Portugal, big ups to Portugal. We're going to get really into that into the fall. Just better values. So I've been quite disappointed. However, our boy Jay Miller, who now writes for Robert Parker, did a great issue on Chilean wines, and he's got 3 wines here that I've got here. Not he, it's me, Gary. But we've got 3 wines here that are all scored 90 points by Jay Miller and that are all under $15. So I'm extremely enthusiastic about trying these 3 wines. I've got your questions, and that's a heck of a lot of fun. So let's talk about questions real quick. Where do you ask me questions besides emailing me? 2 places. The traditional place, and where these came from, go right above here and click network on our homepage. I know you might be watching on Bidler or iTunes, so go to winelibrarytv.com, and right above us it says network, and then when you get in there you'll see ask. Click ask. A lot of people in there. Probably the coolest part of Wine Library TV that you don't know about. You can get your questions answered by either me or your fellow Vaniacs jump in a lot of times and answer questions. So if you know something, a little something, answer some wine questions and ask. But I've got 4 today that I'm going to do. And there's another place you can ask me questions. That is, I'm going to give you a link down below. 2 links actually. Both to Facebook. So if you're not signed up for Facebook, you're not going to be able to do this. But that's okay. We're still friends, and I still like you. And, you know, CKCs, I love them. But I love everybody. The Jailhouse crew. Have you seen they've been popping up lately? That's been pretty rad. But 2 links below. One is Ask Gary, which is a Facebook application. Please click that if you have a Facebook. Ask me a question. I'm answering those directly every single time. And number 2, there's another app called Thunder. Spread the thunder. Click it. You'll understand it. So I'm fired up, obviously. I've got some questions. Let's get into the first wine. And the first wine is the Casablanca Nimbus 2006 Sauvignon Blanc single vineyard. And this is very interesting. This wine is $10 US and 90 points J. Miller. We've got the big glass out today because it's a fantastic Friday here at Wine Library. This was a fantastic week of WL. I feel like we really hit our stride. You guys, all the people that came out, all the lurkers that came out for the age, sex, state, or ass as we called it. That was awesome. Lots of other people coming out. Yesterday, who's the biggest lurker you know? A lot of people said me. You'll never know my name. We're going to find you. We're going to IP address you. We're going to use some government intelligence. The monster's going to dial in with the old phone modem, red phone, and we're going to find you. I'm going to knock on your door. We're going to share some wine. How's that sound? And more importantly, there's a group of you that I've been meaning to call out for a long, long time. One-shot wonders. The OSWs, Mott. The one-shot wonders. You've only left 1 comment. You don't think you're a lurker? You're a one-shot wonder. There's a lot of guys that wouldn't want to be a one-shot wonder. So please step up and leave a comment today. Got all weekend. Make me feel good. Energize me for next week. Casablanca. Nimbus Estate 2006 Sauvignon Blanc. Really nice color. The big glass is in a hizzy. Let me give you a little. That's for the homies that couldn't be here with us, but we're going to taste it right now. I got so excited I forgot to smell it. Let's give it a little snippy, snip. And this is why I love Sauvignon Blanc, and I'll be honest with you, why I believe this Casablanca especially is a very interesting place. We love the Casa Marine Sauvignon Blancs that we did ages ago. And speaking about ages ago, a lot of people asking about, they like to see more of the store. after they saw the roof episode, I keep forgetting how many of the new Vaniacs are so fresh and new. So when you get a chance, watch episode 100. Go into the archives or click below or type in 100 in the search engine and check out episode 100. I think you'll like it. Little snippy on the action here. And this wine is very intriguing. What I love about this is that it's got beautiful jalapeno pepper nose with very rounded, bright, vibrant lemon lime zest over the jalapeno pepper, with almost like a sliced fig component mixed in. So imagine an imaginary salad of figs, jalapeno peppers, squeezed lemon lime on top, and maybe you throw a couple pieces of pineapple. That's exactly what this wine smells like. It's a fun little salad to make. I'm gonna make it this week. I want to try that out. And this smells tremendous. Let's give it a little bit of a whirl. J. Miller's off to a good start, and so is the Nimbus Estate. This is absolutely fantastic, actually. As you know, I'm tough. I'm hardcore when it comes to Sauvignon Blanc. I may be the king of Sauvignon Blanc, the heavyweight champion, 3-time defending. I am a humongous Sauvignon Blanc fan. Sancerre is probably my favorite white wine. Sauvignon Blanc 100%. Didn't know if you know that. Little fun fact for the kids. So here's what I've got to tell you about this. I drink a crapload, a boatload of Sauvignon Blanc, and I am completely surprised by how good this is. I'll tell you why. It brings the elements of New Zealand and the elements of Loire, and even the one little thing I like about California Sauvignon Blanc, I know we're going to get into a big fight again, into this wine. It's got a lot of creaminess, which reminds me almost of like Pouilly Fumé from Didier Dagenue. It's got a tremendous body weight for Sauvignon Blanc, much, much more than most of the New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, but it still has that very, lively vegetal, and God, there is that beautiful spiciness from the jalapeno. This does have a little bit of a spiciness, but it does have the pineapple brightness in its flavor profile as well. Nice acidic balance, but weight that you don't expect except for $30, $40, premium Loire Valley Sauvignon Blancs. And that's where this wine really shines. This is at room temperature, so I'm getting all the flavors. Don't be scared to drink your whites at room temperature. It's a big thing that I think a lot of people overlook, and I'm feeling this wine. I'm going with J. Miller on this wine. I'm going to go 90 points, and for 10 bones, Steel City. And I'm not talking to Pittsburgh. I'm talking to all of you. Seek out this wine. It's ripping. I'm sure a lot of wine shops are going to be carrying it now because of the J. Miller score. Please seek it out for 10 bones. This is summertime at its finest. Better than Fresh Prince's Summertime, which is a classic summer song. Let's move on. That was good. Santa Catalina Reserva di Familia 2005 Chardonnay. $15 US, 90 points. J. Mill. Let's give it a whirl. Little rinsey rinse. And, I'm pretty excited about the overall quality of that last wine. And right off the bat, it was kind of dissing on Chile a little bit in the beginning. This could be a big night for Chile. Let's see what happens. So here's this Chardonnay. And let's give it a snippy sniff. I get a light toasted almond smell on the nose, which is quite nice. Not too over oaked, which is always a good thing for Chardonnay. We're always a little bit scared of the oak monster, not because he's only outselling my t-shirt 600 to 1, but because the oak monster gets scary and really hurts our palates. Just a little too much oak. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you like oak, that's fine too. Embrace your inner palate. Forget what I say. Drink what you want. Do your thing. But for me, oak gets a little overbearing, becomes a little too much. It happens on Chardonnays, but so far this is not bringing it. A little hint of vanilla. I'm getting a nice component of grapefruit on the nose as well, which is kind of interesting. But there is a little bit of that smokiness as this continues to open, and I'm starting to get a little component of oak. There is a chill at my back. The oak monster may be hovering behind the couch, so I get a little nervous, but let's give it a whirl and find out what's up. This is also from the Casablanca region in Chile, and you know what? This is damn good too. Wow, this is really a lot better than I expected. I kind of felt going in, preconceived notions, they suck. Please don't do it in anything, people, places, things. Keep your mind open. Very creamy. There is some oak and butter and, toasted almond component going on here. You are going to the popcorn stand and maybe getting into a conversation of putting too much butter into this, but not too bad. Not as bad as the Oak Monster for sure. Beautiful green fruits components going on. Almost a hint of banana peel on here, which I like quite a bit. Very exotic, very different. Great acidity. And the mid palate is firm and strong. Nice long finish. I'm still tasting the wine. I'm quite impressed with this Chardonnay. 15 bones is actually an expensive Chilean Chardonnay for that market. But this wine is absolutely bringing the thunder, will completely and utterly destroy Arturo Gatti style many of the California Chardonnays under $20, and I have to give this a major thumbs up. I'm going to score this wine 90 points as well. I think Jay Miller is rocking it out today. Big ups to him. He's nailed 2 wines for me. It's making me feel real good, and I'm able to put that out there for you. This is actually really good. This is also very worth seeking out. Again, all 3 of these wines are very widely distributed. A lot of people complain that they can't find the wines around the country that are on WLTV. Hopefully this will be a better chance because these wines are out there. This wine is extremely good, 90 points. Everything I look for in a Chardonnay. Slightly more New World than most Burgundian whites from the Macon or other areas like that I tend to like to drink, but right there, and you know what, that slightly more New World actually makes me like it a little bit better than most of those white Burgundies that I drink in this price range. So big kudos. This was I'll tell you what, as much as I loved that Polini Montrachet yesterday, I'm not sure 3 bottles of this would blow 1 bottle of that away. Great stuff. This is fun. Friend me up. You've heard me say that a whole lot. Feel me up. I did that one time. All that stuff. Well, there's a new thing. You want to show your love for the Thunder Show? You down with WLTV? We got something new for you. And it's right over here. If you're on our homepage. Sorry, iTunes. Right over here. I want you to badge me up. That's right. Badge me up. I don't know. It's cool. Badge me up. So, link over here. Please check that out. Anybody that has a MySpace or a blog or is feeling the love of WLTV, please check that out. I'd love to get a little badge me up action this weekend. All right, finally, Casino McCool. This wine is widely available. I know most major, even supermarket chains have this. Casino McCool. This is the Reserva Cabernet 2005. This is 12 US bones. 12 is the new 10. This is the threshold for great wine. I believe you can buy great wine at 12 bucks. Great. Or like extremely, extremely good for $12 for every day of the year. That's how much great wine is out there for 12 and under. This hopefully is another example of that. This is also 90 points. Jay Miller, very tough to find California Cabernet at 12 bones that are scored in this price range, scored with this kind of 90 points and 12 bones, so I'm extremely excited about this. Chile's rocking it today, completely humbling me with my opening statements. That's kind of fun, and I'm really excited about this. So let's give this a whirl. It's got great color. It's not bashful at all. I'm feeling that little snippy snip action. Very bright fruit. I'm getting cherries and strawberries. A little chalkiness going on. But very dark and bright, very intriguing nose, a little bit fake, just a hint of high C action, little Skittles. Taste that rainbow, but not too bad. And the chalkiness is very intriguing on this wine. Let's give it a whirl. It's funny how this wine game works. Probably the wine I thought was going to be the best of the bunch is the worst of the bunch. This wine comes across to me like a inexpensive yellowtail, blue tongue, Peace, Whoop Whoop, one of those $7, $8 Australian Cabernets that acts a little bit more like a Syrah. I get a very Syrah, inexpensive, cheapy kind of action coming through here. That fakeness I smelled on the nose is really coming through on the palate. I'm not feeling this. This is a tricky wine. I call this Trickster City, USA wine. I'm going to tell you why. It's got good sweetness, sugar. Sugar fakes us out. Beware of the sugar, guys, because this is a little bit sugar-fied, and it's got good body, and a lot of inexperienced wine drinkers are going to think this is a great style. And like with everything else, there's nothing wrong with that, and it may be a great style for you. For me, it tastes a little artificial and not true, and it's a little off from the fact that it starts with a lot of sugar and flavor and kind of falls off. It kind of feels like a Red Bull, just like a quick boom boom. Not that I've ever had a Red Bull, because I naturally have it in my body, so that's kind of weird that I said that, but kind of what I believe a Red Bull does, or Jolt. I've had Jolt. It gives you that shock, but then it tones it down. So I don't know, I'm kind of off this wine. I'm going to score this wine 86 points. It's a standard Cabernet, 12 bones, nothing to be embarrassed about. And if you're feeling roller coaster, and you like fruit bombs, and you like yellowtail, or you're looking for a step up, this is a step up from that, so this may be something worthwhile for you to seek out. Not for me, but for you. This is for DJ Style Wines. So, just had to throw that out for DJ Style Wise. He knows what's up. How to do it. It was fun. Question time. Remember, ask. Or the Facebook apps. Down here. Link time from Monster. Ruben Thebio says, does nuking a wine have any negative effects? While working at a steakhouse, I would occasionally see our sommelier microwave a bottle of wine for a short time and bring it out to the optimum drinking temperature. I now work at a different restaurant, and some of our wines are stored a little too chilly, and I'm wondering if it's really okay to nuke a wine and whether it will do any damage. I realize it may be easy to overcook a wine with this technique, but it's only for a few seconds. Will it do any harm? Ruben. Damn it. We're going to have to go there. All sommeliers that are watching, please leave the room. It's time for exposed time. One of the great secrets of the somm world is that they nuke their wines. Absolutely true. They put it in there for a couple of seconds. I just had dinner last night at one of the best wine restaurants in the world in New York City, and then probably arguably the number 1 or 2 sommeliers in the world. And we were talking about the technique. The technique is widely used by wine experts and for events and for really optimal drinking wines. So, if you want to roll the dice and stick that $500 bottle of wine in your microwave for 3, 5, 7, 9 seconds, I don't know the real deal. I'm not a somm, so I don't know the real inner works, but I know it's not too long. And that move is way, way used. Every one of you that's ever been to a nice restaurant with a good wine program has had the microwaved move put on you. How do you feel about that? It's the way it is. It's the truth. So, Ruben, to answer your question, use it. People do. Orion Slayer says, what Chardonnay compares to Rombauer? Many of my friends love Rombauer Chardonnay. They ask me if I know of any that would be a good substitute, but I don't know. Can you suggest a substitute that would match the creamy, buttery flavors? Price, not a question. Great question, because Rombauer is one of the most sought after, respected, and loved Chardonnays in the world. And so I do have one for you. It's called Blackjack Ranch 2005, I believe, 21. Like Blackjack, 21. Hit me, baby, hit me. Picture, yeah. No whammy, no whammy. I took your money. That was the best show. Anyway, Blackjack 21 Chard. It's 16 bones, old Rombauer pricing. People buying it 5 years ago, you know what I'm talking about. It absolutely rocks and gives you the flavor component that wine brings to the table. I've had a lot of my Rombauer heads who are tough. Obviously, you asking this question, you know they are on it. That I've been able to turn on to the Blackjack 21 makes me feel good because I like Blackjack, and number 2, makes me feel good because it's a less expensive alternative. You wouldn't think, Slayer, that I'm going to give you a more expensive alternative, because then heck, what would I be worth? Let's move on. Bob says, how do you track your wines? Looking for a suggestion on sites or software to track wine, prices, notes, ratings, availability? What do you use? Bob, this is a loaded answer. What do I use, or what will I be using? That's really the more important question. Corked.com. CORKD.com. Do we have vested interest in it? Absolutely. We took it over recently. And you know what? To be really honest with you, you know what? I'm going to whisper to the fans, Mon. I'm going to whisper to them. Psst. not that good right now. But it's gonna be, because the new team is on it. I am refocused on it. We've got crazy things coming out. You give me 90 days. I see the haters out there. I read the forums out there. I know what people are saying about Corked, and Cellar Tracker is great. Another great website. But we're gonna bring the thunder with Corked in a little bit, and soon, Bob, Corked will be the only place you wanna go. And sometimes Wine Library TV, hopefully. And finally, Melissa says, I'm starting a new job. Congratulations. And I need to know more about wines, like how to tell a white wine is sweet or dry, and how to tell if a red wine is fruity, sweet, or fruity tart. That's it. I assume she wants to know how to get that knowledge. And now I'm going to go on my soapbox, because this is the thing I want to talk about more than any other topic we've ever done on WLTV. I've been waiting, and Melissa, I really appreciate it. You just put it right down my wheelhouse like Pujols out. Actually, Vlad, he won the home run derby. Here is how you learn more about wine. And everybody watching this right now, pay attention. You taste wine. I am so tired of all the people that read everything. You know, you don't become a good quarterback by playing Madden football. You don't become a great artist by watching other people do art. Can you become a good chef without cooking? Can you become anything without stepping up and doing it? So, if there's anything I've ever talked about on WLTV, it's trying different things. Why? You think I'm on a mission to sell millions of different bottles? No. Do I want to make you try different things and throw up with the things you hate? No. What I want to do is get you to a place where I've gotten to, which is so fun. You know what? I don't order the really expensive bottles at a wine list or things like that. I buy value. I've got the knowledge, but not the book knowledge. Book knowledge is easy. Download it. Go to Google. It's easy. You don't need me to answer a Google question, Melissa. What you need to do is step up and try 12 different wines. You need to try 365 different wines a year. That's what I want everybody watching WLTV. I'm going to look at item ship since after this show, and anybody buying more than one bottle of wine is going to piss me off, because the key and the way to love this product, the vino, the grapes that are in the bottle, is to try different wines. Don't get stuck. Try different wines, and I promise you, you will love wine as much as I do. Not as much as the Jets, but I love one a whole darn, a whole lot. And the way I got there was trying different things. Realizing Tokai was great, not just Sauternes, Chateau de Cam. Realizing California Cabernet in its heyday, when nobody cared about anything else. Kind of like Pinot Noir is now, that there was other things to try. Malbec and Cahors, same thing. And all these other different things. Sauvignon Blanc, when it was pissed on and nobody thought it was cool. Now New Zealand comes along and it's cool. Pinots, nobody cared. Now everybody does. Merlot, they hate it. I'm like, Justin, he was bringing sexy back. I'll bring Merlot back. Chateau Petrus is Merlot. This is how I feel about it. I'm coming at you hard, Melissa, and everybody else right now. I'm coming at you hard because wine is broken in America. And because you and a little bit of me, we're gonna change it. And the question of the day is, are you ready to step up and try 365 different wines for the rest of the year? Rolling calendar, go with me. Because here it is, you, with a little bit of me, we are definitely, and I promise you, we will do it. We're changing the wine world.